Hey everybody, hope everybody's having a good one. So today I've got a welding project to do and also a little bit of plasma cutting to do. And this is the welding helmet that I've been using for years now. I really like it. It is an auto darkening Hobart welding helmet. It's one of the ones that's about 50 bucks. So not an extravagant welding helmet, but it's kind of nice in that it has a grind mode. You know, like I said, it has the adjustments for the shade and sensitivity and then the delay. What's really nice about this was when I started using the auto darkening helmet, my welding got a lot better as far as being able to strike the arc exactly where I wanted it first time. And like I said, just simplified the process a lot for somebody that doesn't weld every day or even every month. So anyway, primarily I use arc welding and also plasma cutting, and I do have a MIG welder. So the problem with this helmet today is the battery's dead in it, which I can put a new battery in it. But the last time I used this, not the last time, but recently I put a new battery in it. That battery didn't seem like it lasted very long, so I didn't know if maybe there was starting to become a problem with this. I had to order some new batteries, so it's coming. But in the meantime, you know, who can say no to fancy new shiny stuff, right? So I bought this Vulcan Harbor Freight, and it's supposed to be their Master Welding Series Vulcan helmet. It has some benefits I saw over the Hobart helmet, one of which has a larger viewing area. The other thing is when I was doing the plasma cutting, on plasma cutting you need to start with a shade at least 8, and this doesn't really have numbers so much, or at least not that I can see. So anyway, I went with this helmet, so I'm not really going to do an unboxing, but I'll show you, like I said, how it works out. So today I've got this Vulcan Master Welder Series from Harbor Freight welding helmet. It's supposed to be their Master Welder Series. I might have already said that. Anyway, one of the benefits of it over this welding helmet, you can see how small that viewing area is. This has a much larger viewing area. Still takes a battery, but some of the settings on it I thought were a little bit easier to understand than some of the settings on this one. So anyway, I'm gonna get it out of the box, try it out, and let you know what I think of it. Again, not from a professional welder at all. I don't know, like I said, if professional welders would be interested in any helmet at all from Harbor Freight or any of the low budget like Hobart helmets. But like I said, no more than I weld. If it protects my eyes, that's all I'm really looking for. So, okay, so let's get it out of the box, see what we got. Okay, I'm going to start with peeling off the protective lens cover. Okay, so this one, the Hobart one, to pull the lens out, you rip the front off this thing. For this one, there are these 2 clips that you slide. Little clip that has a locking ear, so you slide those, it comes out. So right off the bat, it's a little easier to deal with than the Hobart. Remove protective coating. I had some goggles one time that I was snowmobiling with, and I rode for 2 days before I had them fog up, and I was like, why can't I get this thing off? And it had a plastic film on it. So hey, real world issues, first world issues, I guess. Okay, open that up. Take off this plastic. Okay, so let's get the battery in it. So these are the tabs to release the auto darkening filter. That's kind of slick. Then to get the actual filter out, you just from this end, the top, pull up and slide it right out. Okay, so this is the outside, this is the inside. You're gonna pull it towards the outside. So lift up and top it out. It's pretty easy once you figure it out. So here's the battery slot, and actually this whole assembly looks pretty much exactly like my Hobart assembly, even the battery tray. So let's open it up. We've got some additional lenses in here, which is nice. It uses a 2450 battery, which is the exact same battery that the Hobart helmet uses. Starting to wonder if maybe these may be made in the exact same factory. Okay, battery, the plus goes out, so I'll slide right in. It is now on. So we'll put this back in the holder. Pulling up, set it in, so that's there. Then put the top in, its little slots. I don't know if you can see, because I can just barely see it. Okay, then lay it down in there, slide the tabs over. Helmet's now ready for use. So, see how close it fits? And it's made for a little kid. There we go. Okay, so that's not bad. This helmet adjusts back to this headgear. Just, there we go. Out, and when I first put it on, the lens was touching my nose, so that's not ideal. But these sliding brackets move that helmet closer or farther away from your nose. And they were in the closest position to your nose. I just moved them out as far away as they go. Oh yeah, that's nice. So I've got a welding project today. I've got to weld 4 legs on a trailer, the leveling jack legs. And then, of course, it's good because it's jack leg welding. But anyway, and then I've got some plasma cutting to do today. So I'll try this helmet out, let you know what I think. So far, I really like the settings on it. It's got a test battery function for the lens. And like I said, when you hit test, it automatically darkens it up to what you've got it set on. It has dual ranges for your shades. It's got 8 to 13, which is what I use when I plasma cut. And then it's got shades 5 to 8. So I'm going to use it on the high setting all the time because I plasma cut on 8 or higher. What I do, I try to protect my eyes, and I'm not a trained welder or anything, but I read that what you should do is make it so dark that you can't actually see it, and then start adjusting it down one step at a time until you can see your weld or your cut, whatever you're doing. That gives you the darkest lens that you can still see the work, which gives you the most protection for your eyes. So I don't know if that's the way to do it. That's the way I do it. So your delay time, I like that on, short, as short as you can get it. And sensitivity, I just put it in the middle. It has a feature for weld or grind. Grinding obviously is not going to give you enough protection to weld with, like so you don't damage your eyes. So that's the helmet. Let's get it used. Okay, so I got this out of the box and got it set up, and I wasn't that happy with the filming of it, so you couldn't really see that well. So what I want to point out is, so the way this comes apart, like for replacing the battery in it the first time, these tabs slide towards the center. These 2 tabs slide to the center. Then just lift up and pull out. Okay, so then flip this over, pull, you're looking at these 2 tabs, pull up and slide it out. Then there's your battery. Okay, so then there's your battery door. You slide that out and switch the battery out. Test, let's see. You see through that? So the test button, when you hit it, it darkens the lens. Cool. So then you've got your settings. Okay, so to put this back together, then like that. Then on here, slide it in the tabs, slide it down, and slide your tabs over. So it's ready to go. So this is the battery tray for the Hobart welding helmet. It's got the thumb thing like that one did, but it has this tab that you pull over. Now I don't have a battery for it because the battery died. But this one you can slide in and out all day. After putting the battery in that Harbor Freight Vulcan helmet, I couldn't get it back out. And I pretty much destroyed this edge trying to get it out. So my fear became that that helmet was going to last as long as that first battery lasted. And then I was going to change it, I would have to destroy the battery tray. And there's really no other way to use a battery in that without this. Now I did see on eBay that you can buy other battery trays, but I don't know if they would necessarily fit that helmet or not. And so for that reason, Maggie and I talked about it and we returned that helmet. Oh yeah, that kind of nice sun in the shadow. Oh, that's good. Okay. Okay, so we ended up returning that Harbor Freight Vulcan welding helmet. I really liked everything about that helmet. I love the large viewing window, but at the end of the day, I didn't think that battery tray was durable. I actually could not remove that battery at all. I tried to take it out to film a better shot of putting the battery in or how to change the battery, and I couldn't get the thing out. I took it in.
I couldn't get it out either, even with tools.
So we ended up kind of damaging the little thumb lip that is on that battery tray. And at the end of the day, we decided that that thing was probably going to last until that battery died. And then we may or may not be able to get that battery out of there. And then if we did get it out, I didn't know how much damage was going to be done. At the end of the day, I decided that we'd be better off without it. So I liked every function of it. I love the big viewing window. I like the test button. None of my other welding helmets have that, but we ended up returning it. So we can't really recommend it, but what I would recommend is if you really like that helmet and you have one and you bought it recently, play with that battery door. Make sure that you can get your battery to be able to come in and out of there so you can replace it. And then also if you buy one, check it out beforehand. What I kind of assume is ours was just one bad one out of the thousands that they have, millions maybe that they have, but buyer beware.
Yeah.
So we bought that on the Inside Track Club, and like I said, everything we've gotten on that Inside Track Club was good, and what we really, really like about Harbor Freight was we took it back, said it wasn't going to work, and no questions asked, they refunded it. So I'm not going to give it a thumbs up, which I haven't given anything thumbs up really, right? Okay. I don't think anybody cares if we give it a thumbs up.
Right. We have hundreds of things that we've used. I mean, we really do.
Yeah.
At least 100 tools, probably a couple hundred tools from Harbor Freight and the various things. And
this is actually the first bad one that we got.
The only thing we've ever had to take back and say, you know, we don't think this is going to last very long.
Yeah. I did buy a sonic cleaner that when I got it, it wouldn't work at all, and I did just change that out for another one, and that one has worked perfectly for years. So.
Beautiful. So.
Anyway, we hate to knock our favorite store,
Yeah.
but we did return that. So Your mileage may vary. Have a good one, everybody.
Yep. Everybody have fun.
Thanks.
See ya.
Yep. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Absolutely.
See ya.
See ya.